Okay, so it looks like this is my turn. Alright, so I've got Commander, Lieutenant. You gave me that extra ensign from last turn, so that's why I have 6 cards. Catal, Transporter, and Phasers. So
I thought it was you take the ensign and you only get to draw up to 5.
no, because you draw up to 5 at the end of your turn. So I had 5 cards in my hand already.
Interesting.
So Commander, Lieutenant, Ensign, that's 6. When you defeat a starship from the space deck or gain a war event in your point area, you may gain 1 card from the star base. It's assuming I try to do anything here. Transporter. Move 1 character from your discard area to your hand. I'm going to go ahead and move... that's kind of nice. Yeah, out of all of them, I'm going to go with Jean-Luc on this one. Okay, I may want to try that just to see if I can complete more missions and get more stuffs. All right. So, let's go ahead and draw from here. Oh, flip. You get 1 Explore. Now, this is an event. Okay, if there is 1 player with the least mission points, that player may swap their flagship with a non-flagship starship in the point area of a player with the highest mission points and remove this card from the game. Otherwise, move this card to the bottom of the space deck. So that means you have the least mission points, right?
Okay.
So you can swap
How much do I have?
their flagship with a flagship in my area, which would be good for you because you can get this Marauder here.
How many mission points do you have?
I have 225.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
That player may swap their flagship with a non-flagship starship. No, is that
What does that mean?
a non-flagship starship? Meaning, like, I think, is this the flagship? No, I'm not sure what a flagship starship is. I wonder if that's a...
What is yours?
This is a warship. This is a Marauder. I bet you it says flagship here. On like this says Marauder, but I'm sure there's cards in the deck that have the flagship on it. So yeah, so you get.
Isn't flagship like your starting ship?
Yeah, so you can swap their flagship. You can give me this in exchange for a starship in my point pile.
How much is that?
This is 75 points, so this would be a definite upgrade for you. I'm just saying.
5.
I also lose 25 points as the result of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I have to remove this card from the game. Okay. So I'm just going to put that over here. Now I get +1 Explore. I'm going to explore again because I need points now. Science Vessel. This one is 5548 and this is 5449. So this actually has slightly more diplomacy to it. Let me see if I can capture this with diplomacy.
Does it? I thought it had the same number of diplomacy.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry,
Shields?
stats. It has higher attack slightly, but less defense.
Oh, I see.
So, I'm basically trading an attack for, I'm trading an attack for defense, but let me see if I can capture it with diplomacy real quick. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and my speed is 5 already. Yeah, I can do this. So I'm going to go ahead and use my diplomacy and capture this. I'm going to replace... I mean, you'd think the warship would be better, honestly, but they're roughly the same stats. 5449, 5548. So I'm going to just take the science vessel. This goes into my score pile, and I get 50 points for that one.
Cool.
Now, as far as my turn goes, I've done my +1 Explore. Let's see. Oh, when you defeat a starship... I didn't technically defeat the starship. I diplomacied it, so I don't get to draw an extra card here. Transporter, I already did that. Picard, Ensign, Lieutenant. Okay, so I've got 6 XP that I could spend.
Well, how else? Oh, I guess I would say capture if it's not defeat. Okay.
Yeah, it says when you defeat a starship.
Yeah.
Technically, I didn't defeat it. I diplomacied it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
You captured it, but it's a Klingon, so it makes sense.
But I would have to destroy it in order to make use of the ability. Draw one card. You may select one opponent to draw one card. If you do not, discard one card from your hand. I don't know if I like that one. So I think I might take upgrade one other card in your hand or bridge to one card from Starbase costing 3 more. So maybe I might want to get rid of something like phasers or something to upgrade them. Or do I really need to buy any more cards? Like I'm doing pretty well without the extra cards, so I don't want to clutter up my deck anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna buy this. I mean, hand or bridge. See, I have to. This is situational though because no, you know what? I'm not. I'm not gonna spend my 6. I'm just gonna end my turn here. Oh, I can gain a commander. Not gonna do it. I think I'm done taking cards at this point. I just need to start getting victory points. So I'm done there. So it is your turn to go. You're gonna explore.
Yeah.
All right. This is a scout ship. You need 3/3/2/7. So you need 3 speed and 2 diplomacy to diplomacy it.
I'm gonna blow it out.
Or you're just gonna blow it out of the water. Okay. So what's your speed at?
4.
4. So you're faster. Then it's 3. Its defense is 7. You have 7 at least.
14.
14.
Well,
It's
14, 15, 17.
This is yours. So that's 25 points. Just add it to your score pile.
Okay.
All right. And are you going to do anything else?
Oh, yes. I will spend
You got 5 to get.
this to
Okay.
get that 4.
That lets you trash cards?
Yes.
Okay.
Which I desperately need to do.
Okay. Oh, look at that. More system improvements.
Oh my gosh.
All right. I'm going to, I should have done this before, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's what I said, dog. So, I've got a lot of buying power here. What I may want to do, I'm going to select one of the following cards from your discard area and move it to the top of your deck. So I'm just going to put the card back at the top of my deck, but it doesn't go into my hand or anything. Now here's the thing, I've got 6 diplomacy with what I've got. I've got 1, 2, 3, okay, 8 speed and 1. I've got 7 attack. I'm tempted to draw the next event to try and get more victory points. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, this is an event, Temporal Rift, from the episode Cause and Effect, because I know it. Goal, 8 speed. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Wow.
So I beat that. If I fail it, move this card in a non-flagship starship with the highest mission points from your points area to the bottom of the space deck, and trash 1 random card in the discard area. So don't have to worry about that. I don't have to trash anything or move points. So I get 50 points for this. So that is that. And as far as buying stuff, 3, 5, 7, 8.
Wow.
I've got 8 points. So that attack looks nice. That fire all weapons. There's also this transporter. I really like this transporter. I also like, I'm going to actually take this one. This is 4. So I have 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 4 left. So let's see what this is. This gives me attack power. Photon torpedoes. With the 4 that I have left, do I want to really buy anything? It's the same as that. You know, I think I'm content with what I just did. So that's good.
I'm going to flip as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You're going to flip new card here? Okay, we're really going after these events now. Starship. Okay, so this is 25 points. It's a 2-2-2-9. So you totally going to blow it up out of the water there?
Yeah, 6. Oh, speed.
Speed is 2.
1, 2, 3.
You've got yeah, you're fine.
9.
And then you're
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, okay, 9 versus 9. So 12 versus the 9 defense. You got this. 25 points. There you go. Are you gonna buy anything else?
Oh,
I'm just asking. You don't have to.
Should I? I don't know. Well, let's see. 3, 6. I have 7. So I will buy this one
Okay.
for 5.
Okay, and that gives you 2 left.
I think that's it.
I'm guessing when you trade in your ship, you get full health. I'm going to give you 10. Your Marauder is 10.
It's a 10 shield, not health, right?
That's health. Yeah,
Oh,
shields are only added by other cards.
Oh.
Alright, so new one is Impulse Drive. We've seen that one before. It's right next to it. Alright, so these cards, I've got Sela, Tasha Yar, Diagnostic Check, Commander, and Picard. So I am definitely going to draw and see what I can... Okay, Warbird.
Nice.
75 points. This might be an upgrade for me. Yeah, 7779.
So speed first?
Well, first, yeah, let's take a look at the speed.
Or diplomacy to capture it?
I need speed and diplomacy.
Oh,
So my speed has to be higher, my diplomacy. So the 7 is on the Warbird. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Beats that. Diplomacy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to diplomacy that
Nice.
and take this Warbird. And I've got 100, 200, 300, 350.
Wow.
So I just need 50 more to end this.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So as far as what I'm gonna do, name one card. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna be nice to you. I'm not gonna make you discard.
Go ahead,
stuff.
do it.
No, I'm good.
No, do it.
No, it's mean.
No, do it. Cause
It's insult to injury.
You don't know what I have.
All right. Name one card. Commander. You don't know what I have.
I don't care.
Technically, I'm supposed to peek at your hand, but I don't care. All right.
Oh, you are?
That's what it says. Peek at each opponent's hand. That's all. I'm fine. Don't worry about it. All right. So I'm gonna end my turn there, and what's 1? All right.
So okay, my turn.
Yeah.
Ugh. I'm going to trash up to 2 cards in my discard area per.
Okay. For your.
Ability.
Okay.
I will trash. This stupid card and
The ensign.
yeah, and I'm actually gonna trash the phasers because I don't really need it.
You don't need the phasers anymore. All right. So the phasers would go back here because that's a starter card, and the ensign goes back here.
And these are the 3 sad cards that I have. I am going to use a search. I'm going to replace, I'll replace this one.
Tractor beam.
Yeah.
Beverly Crusher, for the folks at home. Move up to 2 characters from your discard area to the top of your deck in any order. +1 speed, +2 diplomacy. 5 costs 5. So you can take cards from here, put it on top of your deck for your next draw.
I'm going to use my other search because it says I get 1 search.
Okay.
One.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it again.
Really? Gonna get rid of Beverly?
No, I'm just kidding. Well,
It's up to you.
you might grab her too.
Maybe. If you think I'm gonna grab her, you can get rid of her.
Oh, I don't care at this point. This one then, whatever.
We get rid of the Romulan.
Yeah.
Alright, his ability was draw 1 card. You may select 1 opponent to draw 1 card. If you do not, discard 1 card from your hand. 3/1 blank blank. Okay, so new one is long range sensor scan. We've seen this one before.
Dang it, I was hoping for a Klingon.
A Klingon. Yeah, for him.
Yeah, for her, yeah. Is
It's a-
that
it's a
her or
him. It's a him.
They all look like hers.
Well, it's the Duras sisters and then the younger brother who they try to get onto the throne but didn't work.
Okay, so
So that was during Redemption Parts 1 and 2 of Star Trek The Next Generation. It was a 2-parter where Commander Data actually took command of the USS Sutherland and foiled the Romulans' plans as they tried to cross the neutral zone by using a tachyon detection net. Basically, the tachyon detection net had... I'm done.
So I have
You're
6
totally ignoring me.
and
Alright.
7.
Okay, so your
8.
goal... Alright, so goal, 10 attack.
Yeah.
You've got
6, 7, 8, and this is 2 times 2?
It's X is equal to number of characters times 2. You have 2 characters.
2 characters.
4.
That's
So it's
4.
4. Yeah, you have enough attack to take care of that.
Okay.
And that is, if you fail, your flagship receives 8 damage. Meteor Shower. Your flagship receives 8 damage, then move this card to the bottom. But you did it. It's 50 points.
Okay.
So you are good. How many points do you have?
Like 215 or something.
See, you're good. You got this. Are you done with your turn? Or are you going to buy something?
I think I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you got this. You just need 50 more points.
Well, I might get crap from here. We'll see. I might get that stupid Q again.
Oh no.
2 long-range sensor scans. Waxana Troy.
Pretty sure you have enough diplomacy.
Alright, peek at the top card of the space deck. I like that.
Wow.
When you explore before you flip, you may peek at the top card. So I've got a lot of all peek cards here, unfortunately. I'm going to go ahead and use the ability to peek here.
You win?
Hold on.
Yeah, you win.
Hold on. I will go ahead and, yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead. Now this is, hold on. This is the jerk face.
Oh my god!
200 points.
What did I say?
200 points.
What did I say?
You called it. I need 10 diplomacy. I've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 diplomacy. For, this is an event. So, yeah, take that cue. So I got 200 points. I am, I'm over my 400 there.
Good job.
Alright, so there you go, our 300th episode of DGA Plays Board Games. I figured we'd get to the couch here, something a little different. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. I was talking to the dog.
Oh.
Kidding.
Always does that.
Yeah, So, Star Trek The Next Generation deck building game, what did you think?
It was terrible. It was awful. Star Wars is superior.
I can't. Get me out.
I'm kidding.
No.
It was okay. It was good. You liked it?
I like this. Just because I love Star Treks and I like deck builders. So the two of them together. The only thing I don't like is there's a lot of take that mechanics in this game where you're forcing the other player to discard cards. I did that to you a number of times. I felt bad for doing it. So if you want to, we can house rule it to where we remove the take that cards out of the deck.
I have to wonder if it's just my frustration with the whole cutthroat thing.
Yeah.
But I think that maybe if we played a different mode, like the co-op.
The board. Yeah, that's another suggestion. So we could try the board mode next time. The co-op.
To see if that would waver, like my opinion. Is that the word, waver?
Yeah, I guess to change your
yeah.
Right.
Or like the solo variant too. There's a solo variant, but a lot of the rules were really finicky too. Like they don't explain. They're not very specific.
Yeah.
So, it was okay.
Thank you.
It was very mean. It was a mean sort of game.
Well, as deck builders go, it was fairly typical.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of a space deck, the events that come up, the missions that come up. I felt like I was actually playing a Star Trek game.
Yeah.
And I liked the fact that we could upgrade our starships so that they would become more powerful. It seems like for 75% of the game, most of your time is going to be spent trying to get your deck to where it is, and then for the last 10 minutes of the game, your points just skyrocket because you've got it goes from I've got 1 attack, 1 diplomacy, 1 speed, and then all of a sudden I've got 10 of each coming up every single. So it's that curve there. It starts out really, really slow, and then as soon as you get what you need, you blow through everything else in the deck. You know what I mean? In the event deck. So it's like.
If it was, I don't know. I like the missions. I like the events. I wish there was like a tableau of them and you can choose them.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But
yeah.
I don't know. It's okay. It's alright.
Did you like the combat at all?
I didn't really like the combat, to be honest. It was lackluster.
Yeah, I didn't like. I mean, the combat's okay. I mean, it's a little confusing, but I mean, once you get the hang of it, it seems to be self-explanatory. But I don't know.
And even if you did get the hang of it, I just think I just think other games do it better.
Yeah.
Like, there are other deck builders out there that I prefer, and this one was just...
You didn't care for it?
I didn't care for it.
Okay, I understand.
I like the theme. I like Star Trek.
If you were to get rid of the take that mechanics, would you enjoy it?
Maybe.
What didn't you like about this? Because you like deck builders. So
I do.
What about this didn't you like?
I don't care for how much currency, I guess, there is.
Currency?
Like, I don't care for how, like, the attacks. It's so luck-based. Like, it's super luck-based. And you have to have a certain amount of attack, a certain amount of speed, a certain amount of diplomacy. It's just too much. I think it was trying to do so much at once.
Well, you had a lot of cards in your deck. That's
yeah.
I think I had to stop buying cards because, I didn't want to clutter up my deck. Getting rid of the ensigns, definitely something you want to do right out of the gate if you can.
I tried, and it was tough.
Yeah, I understand.
I wish there was more of a way to trash. I wish there were more cards that would allow you, that give you the freedom of trashing things. But
there was a few, but it didn't
yeah.
come up very often. And on top of that, you also wanted cards that let you draw more cards.
Yeah, they don't really have.
Games like Star Realm, which is a deck builder, there's a faction in that game where you just continuously draw cards every time their faction comes up. Here, like every time that you're given the option to draw a card, usually it came with a stipulation, like, oh, you have to give it, you have to trash something else, or you have to do something weird.
It was really limiting. I don't know. I just think this game could use a little bit of more love.
More love?
More love in creating it.
There's a game just like it for the original series. It plays exactly the same with less, actually. There's less scenarios. But I'm tempted to, at some point, I'd like to try the Borg scenario with you just to see if you'd like it. And in the Borg scenario, I've covered this before, but you're trying to defeat the Locutus card in the event deck. It's somewhere in there. And players are going to be drawing Borg cards, which basically clutter up your hand. They're cards that do nothing for you, and they take the place of cards that you could be using, but they're trash in your hand.
Yeah.
And if you draw 5 of them, then it's game over for you. You're assimilated. So it's a race against time to defeat these things, defeat the deck, and get to Locutus and defeat him before your deck becomes so cluttered with Borg crap that you're eliminated. I think Vinny and I covered that in a prior video.
I saw that.
But if that's something that might interest you, that would mitigate the take that mechanics. And again, if folks that don't like to take that stuff, go through the deck of cards and eliminate the cards that affect other players.
There's so many of them.
There's quite a few. But that would be my suggestion for those that want a deck building experience without the take that side of it. I would go through the deck and remove those ones. You might be missing out on a couple of iconic characters, but as long as it's your game, as long as you're having fun, then why not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So any other thought? I love the art. I love the card quality is fantastic. The rulebook does an okay job, but I've said this before, I often had to go to the Bandai forums to get clarification on the rules. Unfortunately, the forums are no longer existent. This game is old to the point where I guess Bandai's no longer supporting it on their website, so it's a creative license kind of thing. Flagship. This starship so it is a kind, I guess?
So it's just our main ship.
Your base stats and your flagship can change and improve. Okay, well, it's a little old at this point.
Yeah, sorry.
You're fine. But yeah, I mean, so the rulebook does have some stuff in it, like an FAQ, but it's not as in depth as it could have been to address some tiny little tidbits here and there.
Which is insane because it's pretty packed already.
Yeah.
And it just needs a little bit like little parentheses. I don't know.
And you didn't like the dice counters. You prefer...
I hated those stupid things. Who keeps track of numbers with dice?
A lot of people, actually.
That's ridiculous. You people need to stop doing that. And have...
Every Magic the Gathering player just unsubscribed from the channel.
Sorry, it's me, not him. He
I didn't say I liked it. I said I like it because it saves space. All you have to do is turn a little die, as opposed to having this cardboard cutout where you're tracking numbers.
I'd rather have the track. It's just, why are you gonna search? You're gonna find a dice. Like, you're gonna find the number and the dice, and it's for rolling. It's shaped for rolling.
So basically, the die teased you throughout the entire game. Like,
that was so upsetting.
You wanted to pick it up.
That's why I don't like this game. That's the main reason.
Because you couldn't pick up the die and roll it.
Yeah, it was terrible.
We can't be friends anymore. Ow. Yeah. No, you're fine. So, Star Trek The Next Generation deck building game. It's a fairly old game. Good luck finding it. Amazon may have a copy or two, but scalpers and supply and demand may inflate the price a bit. Maybe look at eBay. Yeah. There is an expansion to this. I may or may not have it. I'm not sure. I have to go and look. But all in all, I like it. It's a deck building game. It's Star Trek. I love Star Trek. In case you guys didn't know by now.
You know, if you had multiples of those sensor scans, you can use them?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You played this really well. I played it really badly. But
You didn't play it badly.
Mm-hmm.
You did fine.
I did fine with what I was given, maybe.
Well, yeah, there's that
But
too.
then when you started picking like mission cards, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do what he's doing. I should have done it earlier. I'm so stupid.
Well, no, it's important. No, because you saw what happened when if you draw on a card that you're not ready for, and there's a fail effect, that's going to set you back even more. So it made sense to have the crew members that you needed to get your ship. Once you get your ship upgraded, the game becomes 50 to 75% more easier, in my opinion. Because your starter ship is 0008. It so helps for every encounter to have those extra numbers. You know what I mean? So once you have that upgraded flagship, you're good. And it becomes easier.
Did you memorize the data number? 717017, whatever it's called, lock. No.
That was from the episode Brothers, where it starts off the episode where two brothers, one pretended to get hurt, so the younger brother ate this poisonous fruit, right?
Oh my god!
And Data received a signal in the meantime, and where are you going? Data received a signal. Data received a signal, and it made him go kind of crazy, and he took over the ship so that he could fly to Noonien Singh's homeworld, not homeworld, but where he was residing.
Bye guys!
To where, come back! Star Trek The Next Generation deck building game. I recommend it, Idly not so much. If you guys haven't already subscribed to me on Twitch and YouTube, that way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Oh, and the rest of the episode was fantastic. She's coming back down. This is, are you going to say goodbye or not?
Yeah, I already did.
Okay. This is,
bye guys!
This is Vince and Idly. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.